Assalamualaikum and hi there. This is a small presentation from our Wikipedia University on how we communicate during COVID-19 pandemic. In late 2021, Wikipedia University received standard operating procedures to operate from the Ministry of Health. Because of that, the university had decided to establish on a COVID communication channel so that the staff and students would get updated regarding current situation. As we all know, since the advent of COVID-19 to our country, the pattern of life in our society has changed. Not only students are affected by the spread of this epidemic, but also staff and lecturers in the educational sector are also affected. These situations open space for the organization to think about how to continue to communicate with students. First of all, if you want to talk about the flow on how staff communicate with students during COVID-19 pandemic, the first situation that staff will face is that they will receive the current information on the situation of COVID-19 that hit the whole country and it affects many sectors, including educational sector itself. That is the first stage of communication between staff and students. Secondly, the staff or lecturers will hold meetings and discussions on the learning situation of the students as long as the Movement Control Order (MCO) continues to be implemented throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. This step is important because the learning situation of students will undergo a very drastic change and requires a very careful discussion so that it continues to comply with the measure standard of procedure issued by the government and also to keep the students safe and healthy. Last but not least, staff and lecturers will inform their students about the result reached throughout the discussion process. Decisions on student situations and learning processes need to be delivered accurately so that students are not confused and misunderstood when they are panicking with the pandemic situation that is sweeping the country. That was guides for our staff in Wikipedia University. Now, let's move to students' guide in communicating during COVID-19. As we enter a new phase in our world, each individual must always be sensitive to the development of current issues happening around them. They need a specific arrangement to help them communicate throughout the MCO in the ongoing pandemic phase, especially for university students. First of all, the student union representative will be the first body or group of students to receive current information regarding COVID-19 situation in Wikipedia universities. Up next, once the student union representative receives information regarding COVID situation and also their learning process from their staff or lecturers, they need to channel or convey the information to other students. As we are in modern era, various social media platforms that they can use to convey information which more easily accessible to students. That is why they should use all of their respective social media in order to relay all of the important message to the other students. It's students' responsibility which that they need to continue to disseminate the important information they receive from the student union representative to their other classmates. This is to ensure that those who are not sensitive still receive the important information they want to convey. With that, they can use their own social media to convey the information more effectively. And those are our flow of communication in Wikipedia University. Here we can say that communication is a must and can be applied in any situation. Pandemic is not a reason where people can stop handling their organizations. A good leader and employees relationship in organization communication will remain a good and stable organization. Thank you.